Welcome back to another edition of the Oakland Athletics franchise as the American League Division Series against the Toronto Blue Jays has been wrapped up. The Oakland Athletics swept them in 3 games out of a best-of-5 series. They won Game 1, won Game 2, and they won Game 3. So they swept them. Now they're moving on to the American League Championship Series, where they will face the Cleveland Indians, who beat the Tampa Bay Rays in that series 3-2. So that series went a distance, and it was a pretty close series, as in Game 1, Tampa Bay took it 8-3, and then in Game 2, Cleveland evened it up at 1 game apiece as they won that game 5-2. Then in Game 3, Cleveland took a 2-1 lead as they won that game 5-1. Then Tampa won their Game 4 5-1, and then tied the series up at 2. And then in Game 5, the Cleveland Indians came out, showed who's boss, as they won the game 7-3 and advanced to the American League Championship Series to face the best team in the American League. So in the regular season, the Cleveland Indians finished 88-74. That was actually the exact same record that the Tampa Bay Rays had. So 2 teams that had the same record took each other on in the ALDS, and Cleveland came out on top. So they were the winners of the American League Central this year. They had a couple of award winners, and Clint Frazier, who won Rookie of the Year, he hit .271 with 19 home runs and 59 RBI. Personally, I think that's still Brady Slayton getting snubbed because Frazier hits home runs, and they hit home runs, that means he's good. But, yeah, so Frazier gets Rookie of the Year, and Francisco Lindor is Gold Glove shortstop. So those are 2 award winners for the Indians. And now let's move on to the lineups and the rotations and the bullpen for each team, starting off with Cleveland. They're still rocking a 1-5 starting rotation in the playoffs, and I'm not really sure why, because their 5th starter isn't really that good. They have this listed as 1-5 as in, like, when they'll start in the series, but I'm just not exactly agreeing with their strategy here, as they have their first guy in this series as Lincecum, when they could probably just have Bauer start, whoever the most rested is, who's probably fully rested by now. But I guess they don't want to do that, so Lincecum is going to start with Game 1, and then it's Carrasco, Kluber, Salazar, and Trevor Bauer. While in the bullpen, they have Zach McAllister, Brian Shaw, Tanner Scheppers, Dan Otero, the former Athletic, and then the setup men are Tommy Hunter, Kyle Davey Crockett, and their closer is Cody Allen. While their lineup against right-handed pitching, because, as always, the A's only have right-handed starting pitching, so their lineup against right-handed pitching is second baseman Jason Kipnis, center fielder Carlos Gomez, shortstop Francisco Lindor, catching is Yan Gomes, left field Clint Frazier, DH is Brandon Moss, the former Athletic, third base is Giovanni Urshela, right field Lonnie Chisenhall, and then first base is Carlos, not the famous guitar player, Santana. And now moving on to the Oakland Athletics side of things, their rotation, bullpen, and lineups. Their rotation 1-4 is Sonny Gray, Kevin Gausman, J.R. Newman, and Julio Teheran, as Teheran is going to be starting Game 1 of the ALCS, as the first 3 guys started the 3 games in the ALDS, and now they're just going to keep their rotation as they're confident that even their 4th guy is pretty much going to be able to get the job done because he's quite a good pitcher. So Teheran gets them out in Game 1. The bullpen is long reliever Rafael Montero, who moved from the rotation to the bullpen for the playoffs. Middle reliever is Tyler Clippard, Adros Vizcaíno, Fernando Abad, the lefty, and then Adrian Castro, the fireballer, while the setup men are Fernando Rodriguez, Alex Torres, and the closer is Tony Watson. While the lineup, the Indians also only have right-handed starting pitching, so we're only going to go over the right-handed lineup, as it is second baseman Jose Miguel Fernandez, left field Yangervis Solarte, center field AJ Pollock, DH Chris Davis, catching is Kyle Schwarber, first base is Matt Olson, third base Brady Slayton, right field Sean Andino, and then rounding things out will be the shortstop and Eric Pedroza. So with that being said, that's pretty much going to wrap things up here for this American League Championship preview of the series Oakland Athletics versus Cleveland Indians, as whoever wins this best-of-7 series will be moving on to the 2019 World Series to take on the winners of the National League Championship Series. So like I said, that's going to wrap things up here. I've been your host, Jersey Born, and I'm saying goodbye.
It's time to go. Stop hesitating and anticipating to the top. That's your mark. Get ready, set, go. So